Hey guys, it's been a while since I last posted. I thought that I would come back in 2026 with just my top book recommendations of this year and some things that I'm excited to read. I have to say my favourite book that I've read this year, which I definitely think is Just Friends by Hayley Pham. Just Friends by Hayley Pham is a sort of summery romance. Basically, the book follows Blair and Declan, who were childhood friends, turned lovers, turned something happened, and they haven't spoken in years. And now she's back to their small town, and they meet again, and ... Where will it lead them? I think we all know, but still. It was so insanely good. It's actually unbelievable. I loved this story. I can definitely see the Emily Henry inspiration, and it even made me want to just read more of Emily Henry's books. But like, just the way that she made these characters and the meet cutes and the way that they connected the friends to lovers, the gap of time, the way that she handled grief, the way that she handled like reality versus like childhood dreamlike expectations of what life is going to be. It's so hard hitting, and it's one of the first romance books that I found where the characters were like close-ish in age to me. Like typically I was like in my early 20s reading about like teenagers, or like on the other end it would be like when you read Emily Henry, it's people in their late 20s. So there was very rarely a middle ground. I only wish this book came out just a couple years ago when I was also 21. Like this would have been so hard hitting because I was in that phase of finishing uni and wanting to read, and this would have been such a relatable moment because the character in this book, I know it jumps between times, but the present time is she's finished university and she's wondering what she wants to do with her life and where she wants to be and what job she wants to get. And honestly, like, this is so grounding as somebody who has been working for a few years in the corporate world and just doing jobs that I didn't really enjoy, but things that I thought that I should do just to follow the natural trajectory of life. Like, oh, I finished my degree, I should go work in the corporate world and do this and do all these jobs that you don't really want to do, but nobody likes their job, so you just have to do it. And just the way that this character explored and wrestled with expectations versus childhood dreams versus what's the reality, what can I do that I actually want to do. And I love like little drawings in the book, like little chapter headers, and their little purpose, but it's like a little house at the beginning of most chapters, and like just the way that she writes things. He looks up at me like I've just altered his entire reality. I hold my breath with the hope that he's about to change mine. After reading Just Friends by Hayley Pham, fell down a rom-com rabbit hole for a summer romance book, which is weird because hold on, there's this book. Same Time Next Summer is very actually similar. This follows, I can't even remember her name ever, Sam has everything all together with her life. She is engaged. She's living in, I think, New York. And guess what? She goes back to her beach house, her family beach house. And who does she happen to stumble across? Only her childhood best friend, turned lover, turned ... I mean, it's a very common romance trope, but this one I didn't love as much. The characters were older, which was okay, it was right, but I think I hate when somebody else is involved in the dynamic. I hate when there's a unnecessary love triangle. Like, I have a fiance, but scientific feelings for my childhood boyfriend, and it's been years. Like, it's been actual genuine a long time in this book. So like this one was only a few years. I think they're like 18 to 21, so maybe like for 3 years. This was a long time, long enough to get over somebody. Like some rom-coms can be a bit unrealistic in that sense, because it's been years. Like, you really do need to move on, and when you have moved on, how can you slip back? Anyway, main themes that I loved in this book was just exploring her reconciliation with who she was and who she felt she was, and how she felt her corporate job was taking that away from her, and figuring out what she wanted to do, and who is the man that supports her in her dreams, who is the man that knows her and truly loves and supports every version of her. This one was fun. This one was different. It's actually a very interesting, unique premise, which I love. She is a documentary videographer, and basically follows Katie and Tom. Yeah, Katie and Tom. So basically, Katie is a documentary videographer, and Tom is he's a Coast Guard rescue swimmer. Okay, I knew he was like some kind of like thing like that. Basically, this follows, she is filming a documentary to recruit people into the Coast Guard. She ends up going to like his town where he lives, staying with his aunt, like intermingling with like his family and their all their dynamics and stuff like that, and just spending a lot of one-on-one time with this hot guy. And I really loved, because it really talked about body image in women and things like that. Just kind of like the unrealistic standards of social media, and living in a world where everything is photoshopped and edited, and people don't look like how they actually look, and so you kind of compare yourself to the finalized edited version of someone, and just really embracing it and loving yourself. After this, I told you I was on the summer romance high, and after reading Just Friends, I was in such an Emily Henry mood. I had to read the one and only Emily Henry book that I have not read, like Before Me on Vacation, which actually happens to be my one of my favourite rom-com movies. I've watched it 4 times since it came out. I'm obsessed with it, and I don't know if I'd have loved the book as much as I did had I not watched the movie, but I had. I loved it because I feel like I just got to explore more of Poppy and Alex and their dynamic, and Poppy is so fun. I think she's way more fun in the movie. The way that she's portrayed is way more fun and quirky. Here it's a little bit more toned down, but it's really good. So it explores, it spans over 12 years when Poppy and Alex first meet at college, and the friendship that blooms, the almost what if moments that happen in between, and now in present times they don't speak anymore. I'm so serious, like 3 of the 4 books I've just recommended are childhood friends to lovers, friends to ... we don't speak to lovers. Like, I need to find a new trope to read. I prefer the movie, but this gives you like hidden glimpses, like they're a bit different, so you've got that to be grateful for, but there's like little moments that you get more context to, background, like Tiny Fighter. Recommending Just Friends by Haley Pham. I'm recommending People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I'm recommending The Love Haters by Kathleen Center, and Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening. I really hope that you got some good book recommendations, and please recommend to me more books. August, don't jump up on that.